Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180 and
The Fallen Fed. Hey guys, what's up?
I'm playing with myself.
And you're listening to another episode of They're Not Dolls.
Episode 225.
225. And we have
trying to post it everywhere.
Okay. And we have a very special guest with us tonight. We have the one and only Phil Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Ramirez or Ramirez?
All right, I completely ruined that, but
Cool.
I apologize.
No
I
worries.
tried to roll my R's.
Good shot, dude.
All right. Well, thank you so much
hello,
for
gentlemen.
joining us.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys, finally.
Awesome. Yeah, I
Phil's
met you.
very excited. Can you guys tell?
Yes.
What am I?
He's so full of energy.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's gonna do fine.
I wore a V for
For Adam.
the club over
You
there.
wore a V-neck. I didn't. I'm wearing my Cursed Dead shirt, and it's way tight around my neck. I need to
Yeah.
Oh,
This is,
here we
I think
go.
it's too big for
There
V-necks,
you go.
so,
Oh, I also wore my Cursed Dead shirt.
nice.
I don't have one. So I wore a Marvel. Adam has promised me one for quite a long time now.
I'm still stretching it out for you.
I know, because you don't have an extra buff one. But Phil said he's going to take care of me, so there.
Yeah,
There you
we're
go. All right. Well, let's see here. Where should we even start?
We're supposed to start with
We're good to
Ernie.
go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ernie,
Yes, sir.
how are Toymigos doing, sir?
All right, guys. Well, it is Thursday night. Once again, it is another episode of They're Not Dolls. So go share it right now and let them know we have the one and only Phil Ramirez here joining us. You're guaranteed for a great episode tonight. Lots of toy talk going on, lots of history. We know you guys love those shows when they happen. So we're going to do our best to hurry and get into it. So it's been shared all day. So go share it now. Let them know that we're live. And then if you're new to the show, welcome. Hit that thumbs up like I just did. Hit the bell for notifications and hit all. And then right there where it says say something, say what's up, hello. You are now a Chatmigo, the most important part of the show. Okay, so if there's a question you need to ask or a statement that you need to say, that money symbol right there, that's a super chat. We will stop the show, answer your questions, say whatever the statement is. You know how it works, so let's get right into it. And first up, the Wrestling Hound.
Woo!
Man, I'm going to miss doing that.
Late on that one.
I'm going to miss doing that for a while. I really am. Captain McKay's here. Thunder Crow, Mr. William, Nick's Figs, Just Jeff 45. Your moderator, Papa Schmitty, action figure expert, Omar. Matt's here. Laser Pants. Pew, pew. Major Reaction, your other moderator, Ramos is in the house. Oxmeat Pete, Salvador Sandoval, Dark Bulb. High School Creations is here. Wing or Lose. Wrecked Agent, what's up? The Glowing Ghost. Let's see. Santo 1414. Dorian G. Payson's here. What's up? Soul Brother, Toy Farce, The Chamba, Eddie Ills, Tony Collector 10. We got Fignata. Aaron's here. I'm trying Toy Rensu. Dust Machines 84. Johnny Number 5, 796 Studios. Elizabeth Marie's here. 796 Studios. Mr. Cortez, Salvador Dust Machines. John Ingalls. Let's see. Laser Pants Chamba. Mr. Ortega. Dorian G. Toy Farce Laser. Papa Schmitty Laser. Dustin Polston. Luis. Plasty's in the house. Representing the Plasty Amigos. What's up, Plasty? Action Figure 78. Fighting Code Names. Joshua's here. Aaron. I'm trying to scroll as fast as I can, guys. Joshua, Nodnarb, JLA Reject, Nico, Apparitional Wolf Shadow.
Ooh,
Welcome to the show.
nice.
Yeah, right.
And they said it's Chicky Nugget time.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I already
Yeah.
finished my chicken nuggets, though. I've already been drinking. Joshua, King Megacon, Rohan, Nodnarb, Julie, and that's it.
Sweet.
Let's go.
All right, let's do this. All right.
No, that Thursday shows aren't ending. What did you say, Adam?
Said this Thursday shows aren't ending.
Oh, whew.
Someone was saying no more Thursday shows.
What?
No,
Thursday
just
shows are not ending.
Fallen Fett's just leaving for like a couple months, and then I'll be
Sabbatical.
back. Yes.
yeah.
Calling it a sabbatical.
Can you clarify, Ernie? Some people may have got it misconstrued.
Okay, so this is what's going on. I got to step away for a few months, and we stopped for right now with the quickie minis. Things are opening back up. Things are getting really hectic, kind of getting back to normal, and we just needed to take a break from that. But still, every Thursday night, you'll find Cheney here, Adam, along with guests and everybody else. I just have to step away for a few months. So we're still going to be doing this every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then sometimes the special stuff pops up. We may throw in a quickie mini.
Right. You got it.
Said and done. There we go.
All right. Okay. Well, let's get started here. Phil, for the people out there who may not know who you are and what you do, can you fill us in on who you are and what you do?
My name is Phil Ramirez. I've been in the toy industry since I was 17 years old. I started off at a place called Varner Studios when I was 17. I think by 18, I started sculpting there. From there, I went after about 5
From
or 6
17
years.
to 18, were you just cleaning the toilet, or
Pretty much. It was like no, I mean, like I did some drawings, but I was terrible at it. Did some painting. I was terrible at that as well. But I did, make molds and clean up the shop and that sort of thing.
that's how I started too?
Yeah. And then one day they had nothing for me to do, and they said, "Hey, you want to try sculpting?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'll give it a shot." And I copied a giant Toxic Avenger mask and made it really, really small, and it got approved, and I was a sculptor from that point on.
How cool is
So
it?
That's not how it worked for me. I sucked at sculpting.
Yeah. So that's how it started. So then I worked on with Varner. I worked on, he had Ninja Turtles, Toxic Avengers, Toxic Crusaders, all sorts of McDonald's premiums, Happy Meal toys, and Biker Mice from Mars. He did, and then Wildcats at the end. That was the last thing I worked on at Varner.
Oh, wow.
And then from there, I went to McFarlane.
You hold on. You worked on the grifter that I used for a custom recently.
Well,
right?
I did. No. See, for the Wildcats, I did a lot of the rough clays, because that was kind of my thing at Varner, is that I was really, really fast with doing clays and setting up the armatures. I just was good and fast at it. So he was smart to utilize me to do that essentially. But every once in a while I'd get to finish a character. And in the Wildcats, I got to finish Damonite. So the Damonite figure from Wildcats is mine. I did it start to finish. And there's 2 transforming Rocksteady and Bebop that I did start to finish. And then there's the pizza tossing turtles. I did most of those guys. So there was times where they weren't having me just fire out roughs, but I could do rough, Goofy on a ski with his kid on top of him in a day. That was then you take it out to wax, and then I was doing really well for them. And at the time I was probably making $9, $6 an hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I started
Wow.
The toy industry doesn't pay much better now either.
No. There was a good period, but I started at Varner at $5 an hour.
Yeah,
I remember when I became a sculptor.
Too.
Yeah, and then when I became a sculptor, I got that $5.50 money, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Flashing checks.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, man, it was so then I went from there, which there's a lot of stories there, but from there I went to McFarlane and did about a year at McFarlane, freelancing. And one of the cool things was they brought me out to finish stuff in Jersey for Toy Fair. And when I went to Toy Fair, I met the Toy Biz people, and that's where I was from that point. Left McFarlane and worked on Toy Biz because I was always a big Marvel head, and worked there for solidly 15 years.
You started when Toy Biz was still doing the 5-inch stuff.
Yes.
So it
My
was
first,
like
the first figure I ever did for Toy Biz was 2099 character called
Mean Street.
No, he's a big purple
big-
guy with claws.
The big red guy, right?
Yeah, the red guy.
Yeah. I had that figure. I love that figure.
Yeah, so that's the first thing I ever did, and the second one was a Age of Apocalypse style Cyclops. He's very, very in a pose with his arm out like this.
Yeah.
And those are the first two. And
Yeah, I
then the
remember
third was,
that-
like, Mondo.
I remember that Damonite too from Wildcats. I loved that thing, man.
Yeah, the thing was, when I got into sculpting the figures, I was a nerd that collected figures, so I was doing it in high school, where in the 80s was pretty frowned upon.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I had a Toys R Us by my house when I was like 15 and 6, by my school in Alhambra, and like 15 and 16. And I would like go over there and buy stuff, but like it was like I was selling, or buying, narcotics, because I was so freaked out.
Right,
was
hiding it, stuffing it in your backpack.
I don't want to have
Yeah.
people that I went to high school with see me with the stuff. So I continually bought the stuff, but it was at risk to what little of cool I was to begin with.
Right.
So and that was great. What was great is I immediately went from high school to working with Varner.
Yeah.
So I had a reason to be the weird guy that bought toys in his teens.
So I got to know, Phil, when you were over at McFarlane, did you have to send in stuff in old food containers?
No. The way
Old
I got
butter
into
containers,
yeah. No, with the way we did it was dude, back in the day we sent videos of the sculptures and a turntable, like a VHS tape.
Right.
That's how we used to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how.
While somebody was spinning
That's how
yeah.
the figure.
Yeah, you'd have a camera and you'd have to spin it, and then they give you changes on the spin.
Right.
No,
Wow.
man, I've been doing it a long time. So, but no, the way I got into McFarlane was I actually sculpted the clown, and he liked that because I heard he was starting. My old partner had connections to like the comic book world because he worked at a comic book shop in Orange County. So and we worked together at Varner, and he was like the guy that got me completely amped about my job. I didn't really see it as a future, to be honest. I just kind of was like, oh, this is a thing I do. I was going to clubs, and I was going to raves and punk clubs and never sleeping. So I was just like, yeah, whatever, sure, we'll try this, because he made it sound fun, and he loved it. And I saw the passion in him, and it kind of changed the way I looked at the thing. So he and I decided we were going to go do our own thing. And he had an in with McFarlane, and later did I know that, like, I didn't know this, but Varner was also bidding on the stuff that we were bidding on. So eventually they found out, because I didn't know until like the very end.
Oh,
and the very end was when my partner passed away.
Oh,
He was like 25, and he got a 27, actually 27, and he got a scratch at a baseball game that I invited him to. And he got a staph infection and passed.
oh my!
It's a crazy
gosh.
story. Crazy story.
No way.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
crazy story.
Oh,
And,
man.
So I left pretty unceremoniously from Varner, and started my own thing. And yeah, it was a wild time.
You were doing for Toy Biz, so you did a lot of the 5-inch stuff, but then you were one of the main people sculpting Marvel Legends for Toy Biz.
Marvel Legends was for the primarily it was me and Dave Cortez, who is, in my opinion, the best toy sculptor, well, like, traditional toy sculptor that has ever lived. And so it's me and Dave, and then they'd have other parts with other people would do stuff, and like
Stuff here and there, but you did.
Yeah.
I feel like talking
I'd say
to like Jesse about it. You did,
comfortably Dave and I were like 40-40. Yeah. And then the other 20% over the course of the run were other people. I'd say that's about comfortable. So yeah,
sculpted a lot of the Build-A-Figures too, right?
I did a few. It was like Dave and I. We was just basically we'd tag off. And then the one time the Four Horsemen did Apocalypse, but the rest of them we did. Yeah, that's the
Yeah, Cheney showing off Mojo right there. I've
I've
got
got
prototype.
Yeah, because I know you guys are going to talk about the new Mojo release. So I brought
Modoc.
Modoc.
dude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Mojo was on the screen. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. The Atom figure, because you're on the screen. No. Yeah, I brought the Modoc prototype. Like what the size it was supposed to be, the lasers that were supposed to come with it, the whole 9 yards. So whenever you want me to show that, I'll bust.
Well, we're gonna go through our hauls because I want to talk to you way more about your past life. We have to talk the Cursed Dead. People are waiting for Cursed Dead talk. So we will talk lots of Cursed Dead, I promise.
Yeah.
But do we want to do hauls first? Is it time?
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll run through them real quick here.
Real quick. Do you know me?
All right, so
cut some of them in half.
So we're everyone in the chat. We're going to sit here the next 30 minutes while Adam talks about the toys he got for this week.
I want to get back to Phil.
Yeah, me too.
Ernie, it's your last show. Be nice to me.
I'm very nice to you. That's why I'm like, I want to hear Phil and I want to hear Cursed Dead stuff.
Fair.
We know everybody sent you everything, so we're good.
So yeah, I mean that's the long and the short of it. Went from there to Toy Biz. Spent 15 years at Toy Biz, and then from there just kind of batted around, picking up whatever freelance jobs I could get by whoever. I worked with DC Direct, DC Collectibles.
Okay.
Did a bunch of cool stuff for them. Jack Pacific. I did a bunch of Pokemon. I did a bunch of I've worked on pretty much. There's like very few things I haven't at least done a little bit of something on. I've never touched Predator Aliens.
What about Star Wars? Have you done Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, I did the new ones, and there was some stuff for Disney Store. I did all the metal ones. Me and Tommy did all the metal ones, and Tommy Hodges, also known as Battle Monkey, he's like my partner. Kind of, we just it's very loosely, but he's my partner, so we basically make everything together.
Nice.
So yeah, so we did a bunch of stuff for them. We did a Boba Fett statue for Disney Store, did Darth Vader statues, ornaments, just a bunch of stuff for Star Wars. Yeah, ton of stuff for Star Wars. We had a good 3 years there where we did, and then all the new movie stuff. The new 3.
Mm-hmm.
We started with the first of the new 3, and we did
really good ones.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome. I love whenever I hang out with Phil, like I always feel really short, but whenever I hang out with Phil and Tommy, I'm like, they're both like 7 feet tall. So Tommy's
like your height, man. Giant. Tommy's your height. He's just big like a bear.
All right. He seems really tall. Obviously, I'm not the greatest judge of height. Yeah. This has been established on lots of live streams.
You're an established exaggerator, bro.
Apparently. That's how I roll. It's true.
Yeah, I remember when I met you in person at Designer Con, I was like, oh yeah, this guy's pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'4".
Yeah, it was
fluctuating between 300 and 700 pounds on a daily basis. Yeah.
That's been me since 3rd grade.
Yeah, me too, man.
So I try, yeah.
A little chubby boy, and then
I got it. I grew up in the husky section, and corduroys were my friend.
Yeah, where they run together.
Everybody
make that sound.
Yeah. I hated playing Heads Up 7-Up. If we played that, everybody knew it was me walking away.
Yeah. I remember that.
Early days. Heads Up 7-Up. Who'd you pick? The gordito? Yeah. Can you get him, please? Yeah.
Well, when I played it, it was the Pinche Güero. I grew up in Boyle Heights, so
yep.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I got you.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah. So from there, just kind of anyone that'll hire me, I'll I used to work for anybody that hired me. So just getting by. And then I learned computers. And now
I mean, like, that's an important thing to talk about is like you were a traditional sculptor. Like that's what you've always been.
We've been using computers
digital
for
now. Reluctantly.
Yeah, we're digital now. I mean, everyone's digital now. If you're working, you're digital, except for like Gene St. Jean. I think he's the only guy left that is allowed to be a sculptor. Now it's all digital pixel sculpture.
So how was the transfer over process on that? Because you had been doing, what is it, classic sculpting for how long before you swapped over to the digital?
At least 24 to 25 years.
Wow. So was that rough or?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very bright to begin with, and then I've got to use a computer that, I'm not very computer savvy to begin with. So I had to learn a lot. And I still, to this day, like, I'm probably using 20% of what the capacity of ZBrush can do. I've seen kids that know the program, who grew up with the program, and they just know how to get around everything. It's amazing to see. But I'm still kind of doing it in a traditional manner, which is dumb, but it's the way I know how to do it. And,
do you still mess around with traditional stuff like it?
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm actually building another line besides Cursed Dead, where I've kind of written this whole story, and I've got about 10 figures designed, and I'm doing them all traditional.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, I plan to bring them to market and see if there's anyone could give a crap about them. But yeah, they're old school, but not like the old school where it looks like you just made a terrible toy, where it's like a rigid toy made to look like it was sculpted in concrete or plaster. This is to look like old school toys that were cool. That stuff I liked. It basically is me going back to when I started as a kid. It just kind of, my whole thing was, we can make it look like the drawings. We should make it look like the drawings. That was my problem when I was a kid, is I hated it that I love the toys, but then you look at the animation or you look at the box art and you're like, that could have been so much cooler. Why didn't they just make that? And that was how I approached sculpting from the beginning. Wow. Like when they would give me art from like Vossler, one of the guys over at Varner, I would want to make exactly what that drawing was. Right. Try to make it look as much like the drawing as possible. And it was kind of, I didn't see a lot of people doing that. I don't remember anybody doing it at the time.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they try to, infuse their own kind of thing into it and whatnot. And it's like, well, no, you're given the piece of paper.
Well, you inadvertently do, to some degree. And then like there's a whole other thing where I've also applied this to, as I've worked longer and longer in the industry, where you're hired for a job. You want to give the project manager whatever they ask for. That's what you should be doing. You should not be trying to be an artist. You should have no opinion other than, what is it that you want me to do? I will make it look exactly like you want it to look. And that's how we've done business for,
the last 30 years.
I'd say at least 20 years. Because Marvel was different, because Marvel was amazing. I mean, it ruined me. Marvel ruined me because I was working with all my friends.
Okay.
And they would literally just go, hey, make MODOK. And I go, okay, cool. And that was it. Make a move here, here, and here. And that was it. There was no follow this art, do it this way. It was do whatever you want, and we'll give you changes after you're done. That was that, man.
I think right now would be a perfect time for you to reach around and grab that MODOK behind you.
Okay, perfect.
And show it off to everyone, since we're talking about it.
So this is what MODOK should have been, as you're saying, what you designed and came up with, and like that.
And this is I worked with 3 people on this job. One was Dave Cuono, and the other one was these are people that I would hire. I mean, I'm a studio, so I hired people, and then these were done by a guy named Niver, these were all done like with styrene and the lasers. They never made it. But those lasers were all made with like styrene and metal, and then
that's a hand painted resin prototype right there, just so everyone knows. Like and
it's a little dusty.
That's original. Like that's what it looked like when Phil made it. this is not a production figure. Like the Toy Biz one is that the Build-A-Figure is way smaller than that, not painted quite as well as that, and then it was missing some.
Does that show up all right?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
There you go. So that was what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
no, that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
And it's bigger too, right?
It was supposed to be bigger. The same thing with Mojo. Like my Mojo was a quarter bigger than it ended up being. Like it was my Mojo's fits in with him.
Mm-hmm. I saw the pictures on your Instagram. You know what? Let me just bring that up right now. Actually,
man, that's so sick.
They that Mojo is way bigger, and it's the size that you made it originally. It is the size that it should have been.
Yeah, the thing was, it just got too expensive. Mm-hmm. And then they were trying to do the X Babies as well, which we did all those, and those it was just too much.
You've posted pictures of those on your Instagram also. So if anyone wants to follow Phil on Instagram, he posts a lot of old prototypes and stuff, and the X Babies being some of the stuff that never ended up seeing the light of day, other than Phil's personal collection.
Yeah,
I got the let's see, we've got some of the Avenger and X Babies here that I'm showing everyone right now. I'm trying to find that Mojo that you had posted on there. Hey, you also got to work with I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, Joe Mad.
Yeah. A failed project that I have prototypes of. Like I have the painted prototype, and then I have like 3 other castings that are
Battle Chasers.
The Battle Chasers. Mm-hmm. I did Garrison for the Battle Chasers, which I'm probably gonna either sell or auction off if I do end up doing a Patreon eventually.
I loved Battle Chasers, man.
I did too. It's an incredible
issue concept. Number 10 is due out next week, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. Very slow.
Well, the dude was like making the guy made some really good video games.
Yes.
And those things are great. The first 2 were awesome.
Yeah, look at that picture of Phil with hair, guys.
Oh yeah. Friend Dante said never mind.
Phil, if you go back to that picture of Phil with hair, you'll realize that the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Gambit was a Phil self-portrait, actually.
I did, yeah.
Smirky Phil face.
All right, yeah. I will go to that, but I want
we tried to do that was a fun thing that we kind of like worked everybody's, like worked each other's faces into stuff, worked friends' faces into stuff. It's a lot of fun back in the Toy Biz days.
Because what you guys had Vonner as War Machine.
Yep. Jesse was an elf from
Jesse and Damon were both in the Lord of the Rings line.
Yep. And I put Damon's face on a security guard for the X-Men movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Alan Fine was
the Wild
heads,
Man,
and he was a Gondorian.
No, he was a wild. I made Alan Fine a wild man, so he had a bunch of hair and he had fangs. He didn't like it.
Oh, look! And then you put my face on Mojo. There we go.
Yeah, the detail on his face here is amazing.
Which one?
The Mojo.
Looking at.
Oh, sorry, okay. Mojo. Yeah, we're looking at the Mojo right now. The detail, like it didn't translate over from what you have to.
No, that thing is. I spent a lot of time on that thing, and I purposely went. You have to make things shallow for them to pull from a mold, and I purposely went deeper than I think I've ever gone into like the mouth and the eye sockets to see if they could pull it off, and because I knew I was going to have it. Because this is like, I wanted it for me. Like the figures that I got to do figures that sometimes I could do them 1-to-1, but I do them 2-up just because I knew that I wanted to have it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last time I did it was, pretty much the last time was the Judge Death.
Okay.
The Mean Machine, and like Gothmog from Lord of the Rings.
Legendary comic book heroes, and then Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Some of the Lord
legendary
of the Rings
comic book hero stuff. That still makes me upset. because we worked on some of those as well that never saw the light of day.
Which ones did you do that didn't make it out?
The character from Savage Dragon, the alien, he was in wave. He was supposed to be in the wave 2. I forget what his name is actually, which is crazy because I read Savage Dragon, but he is like he had a blue costume, white face, a little flying robot sidekick. And then we did ones that I think that Julius Marks, Daniel Pickett, has unveiled in like Comic-Con panels, but we'd worked on the main character from Mark Miller's Wanted. So it was like the dude in like the gas mask with the guns. And then we did a Hunter Rose Grendel. And that is like one of the ones that like makes me so upset because Hunter Rose Grendel is like awesome design and a figure that I still to this day want an action figure of. But yeah, that all didn't make it.
The ones that didn't make it for us was Mean Machine from 2000 AD.
The Build-A-Figure was the
Frost Giant.
The Frost Giant. That thing looked awesome.
That thing was pretty. I like that one a lot. We spent a lot of time on that figure. Every single plate was sculpted and like cast in resin and like placed in, and we went all out with that figure. That was a good one.
All right, Adam, I brought up the image of Phil smiling here.
So basically that's Gambit.
If you guys compare,
no, I was a lot older than that. That picture there is me at, I would say, because that is the thing that I'm sculpted that I've worked on is the tree from what's the movie that they stole the Navi movie from? That the storyline is exactly the same.
The rainforest one. What the
Pocahontas.
Right?
Pocahontas.
Yeah, there was that one with the tree, the living tree.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the tree.
Yeah, that's the tree. That's the Happy
tree.
Meal. That's the Happy Meal tree that I'm looking at. So that's also, I'm probably 19, maybe 20, and I'm so thin because I was, going to clubs and after hours and shows.
After hours in quotes.
Yeah, and
that's the face of your Marvel Legends 4 Toy Biz Gambit. I promise.
That's a kid that didn't sleep a lot.
Yep. Mon ami.
Yeah, I don't think I slept much in my early 20s either.
Probably for different reasons.
No, some of them were similar. Yeah, there's a lot of punk rock shows and a lot of,
Yeah. A lot of treating your body like a trash can.
Yes. But the best thing about being that age is you just bounce right back.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible.
I wish I could just do that one more time. I wish I could just be able to just go crazy and bounce back one more time.
Yeah, now I show up at work smelling like a full bottle of Bengay. Just like clearing out the room. It's like, yesterday was rough. And it's like all on my back.
No, it's like, I look after my daughter for like a full day, and I'm like, I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
I can't go sculpt. I'm wiped.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, when my wife goes out of town, sometimes like it'll be just me and the kids solo on the weekend. And I'm like, I got all these plans. I'm like, all right, yeah, when the kid goes to sleep, like I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then
lofty aspirations.
Oh yeah. And as soon as like dinner and bath time and I put her to bed and it's all said and done, I'm like, I'm pretty tired. Yeah. I'm not going to be doing any of those things.
I'm going to watch bad TV and go to bed.
Yeah. Fall asleep on the couch, wake up at like 3 a.m. Oh, I need to go lay down in bed.
Exactly.
So I've got this Brood figure from Marvel Legends on here.
Okay, so we built that in Marvel Legends. It's funny because I just found a box that had all those the minions from Marvel Legends. Mm-hmm. And I have ones I didn't even sculpt. I just have them. And there was a Hellfire guy. Mm-hmm. I forget the name of the guys with the yellow.
The Hydra
AIM,
or the AIM guys. Yeah.
AIM beekeepers.
Yeah. Those guys. There's one of those. There's the Brood. There's the Jeez.
There was a hand ninja too.
Yep, that's in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have all of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, just so everyone knows, the original plan for the Marvel Legend, the Toy Biz Marvel Legends bad guy wave was not to have a Build-A-Figure, but for each figure to come with a minion, basically, like a henchman figure.
Yeah.
Mm.
It didn't cost out. But they all got made. It was that in the what's his, Jesus, the alien with the pointy ears. Jeez.
Oh, the scroll.
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 Yeah. It's this is what happens when you don't stay when you stay awake too long in your 20s.
Yeah.
Your brain starts to addle hard in your 40s.
Punker Mike hit us with a very generous super chat. He said, "Cursed dead trash can body 20-year-old monster."
That's maybe wave 3.
There you go.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
We already have more than enough for wave 1 and probably more than enough for wave 2. We actually have multiple waves planned. I mean,
you know what? We're reaching the top of the hour here. You want me to bring up that pic that you guys posted today, and we could talk about?
Oh yeah,
that?
let Phil explain what that is. The picture that you posted today.
Will do.
So, should I go into the description? So basically, yeah, it's there's 14 characters there, all variously, using the initial body tool, and in totally different ways. And there's 14 heads.
Yeah. I believe we have 14 now.
14
heads. That's what everyone needs to know right off the bat is this is not one figure that you're looking at. This is not what a figure. There's not going to be a single figure that looks like this. This is all of the parts that Phil has made overlapping one another. So it's like tons and tons of, how many parts did you say?
There's 100 parts.
There's 100 parts. There you go.
Like holding this thing, because we actually got the engineering model today, like pretty close to being finished and put together, and everything working and everything assembling together at the exact size. We got it today, and it is, it's a jigsaw puzzle of parts, because there's so much going on with this thing. So tons of little heads, all sorts of body parts, and uniquely worked out that the Dr. Crane arm so that it would be able to lock into place and become this massive monster arm.
Dr. Crane, just so everyone knows, that's the one that was shown at Designer Con. So that's the fly, basically.
Yeah, the one in the trench coat. Yeah. I usually share that one on my story. Oh my god.
I think that Phil's showing stuff off on the camera now.
Oh,
Janie.
okay. Okay, hold on.
Pull back to camera, and Phil, you should also you said you have the scaled version.
Oh yeah.
Well, too. We'll keep Dr. Crane up there for a second because I don't know if people got to see it yet.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a second.
Nobody got to see it.
Up. Yeah, hold on a sec.
Yeah, I got to see that thing in person, man.
Cheney got to see it before Jesse Falcon and Dave Vonner knocked it off the table. And
it's all busted up.
100 pieces, and then I was there trying to glue it all back together.
Oh god,
that was fun.
This is the works like model for size. Can you see all that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main vampire body right there, which is we're calling it the drinker. So yeah, it's the vampire
shirt.
Brood. That's the shirt that Cheney's wearing right there. Yeah, so it's that guy.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be the one main character / army builder. And basically, we have that as the initial body, but there's a lot more. Phil, what's your favorite character that's built on that body?
I don't have my favorite one here, but I'd say
talk about it.
It's I would say, because the concept is that each figure standalone can be its own little horror story, like a monster movie horror story. And then there's a much larger story to this whole thing where everybody kind of has to interact with each other.
Ooh.
And there's one called the Hall Monitor, who is a basically a Cronenberg German soldier monster
okay
on this body, and it's pretty cool. The other ones I think would be like the twins. Tentatively we were calling them plus and minus, or the hand holders. And
you've got some of the parts for them, right?
Yeah, I've got. So
is that the one you showed? Haven't you showed that one off, Adam?
No, Phil's got some stuff that is not.
Can you see that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go ahead and full screen him so that everybody can see nice and clearly here.
Hey, you never full screened me before.
I haven't.
And just so everyone knows, these are unpainted 3D prints. So this is what Phil sculpted, and then we printed them out, and then obviously they still need to be painted. So
this is where Ernie's question comes in of, they're gray.
Why is it gray? It's like it's not going to be gray as the final product.
Can you see this? Okay.
Yeah, hold it up.
Put it up now. Yeah, he was putting you full screen. So there we go.
What, Phil? Look at me for a second. Hold it in your hand, and then put your other hand behind it, and put it up to the camera. That usually helps focus. Go a little bit closer. Keep going closer.
A little bit more. There you go. Just right.
It's twin brothers. They have
spikes.
They have railroad spikes jammed in up and around. One's got up and around. The other one's just got around. And they have their hands were connected in like this.
They're conjoined.
So they're gonna have two. Each of them is going to be connected at this hand thing here.
Okay.
And you're able to remove this hand, and each of them is going to have like their own weapon. They're cursed because they cut their hand off by laying their hands on a train and killed everyone inside the train, so they become cursed.
Nice.
Yeah. So
dark.
We got a whole story behind it.
There's lots of good stories behind all of these characters. I mean, like, I think that's been one of the most fun parts is like, you're designing them, but then coming up with some creepy names and backstories.
Beardy's in the chat. So much painting to do.
Dude, I love Beardy, man. That guy's the best.
Beardy, stop having babies and so you can paint.
Try sleeping.
We all love Beardy over here too.
He's the best. Yeah, there's a couple here. I think that we've teased the demons, so there's a few of those. I'm trying to work on another one right now. One last one, just to get through.
Okay.
Yeah, we've seen a shot of that before. That's awesome.
There's do you have a name for this guy? The insect.
Which one do you have?
We good?
Oh, the insect guy. Yeah. Do we? I don't know. I don't think he has a name yet.
I have not seen this.
Yeah. No,
that's Ernesto.
There's at least 14 of these guys.
That's Ernesto. Yes.
I got one. This one's one of the, because we're doing different doctors besides Crane. We have another one. This one is the other one.
Oh man.
And he's got crab appendages.
You don't want to say his name? Why won't you say
his name is Dr. Scante.
Scante. I love it. Look
Ernie,
at that.
Ernie, do you know what that means?
No, don't say
We're not going to talk about it. Okay.
Dr. Scante speaks with only whistles, and he speaks like yeah.
There's some really cool characters, a lot of stuff that obviously that you guys have not seen yet. But I just want to reassure everyone that have been waiting so long for this that yes,
that's what this is. We're almost done.
A pandemic definitely can slow you down, but we have not stopped working on this line. Obviously we do all have day jobs, but this stuff is it's moving along.
Oh my gosh. What is that?
So that was at DesignerCon.
This is the Bloodslinger.
That's the Bloodslinger. So he's kind of like the Old West vampire. Phil, tell them more about his accessories and stuff too.
The Bloodslinger is going to be like the premium figure. Like if it works out, he's gonna have real clothes. Real clothes. He's got a bunch of weapons. This crazy sword I designed that like it's massive, like anime style sword, and it's got a channel in the center of the sword and a hole in it. So basically, you can pop somebody in the neck or body, lean him down on this giant sword, and you put a blood bag at the bottom, like a wine bottle. It's basically a wine bag. You put that into the bottom, and then all the blood drains into that thing. So you have like to go enemy, and everything's kept in he keeps a coffin chained around him, and he just kind of rolls through the desert with a coffin, old wooden coffin filled with a bunch of stuff.
Wow,
a bunch of weapons, and yeah, he's got a lot going on.
So some of the guys are mentioning this in chat, so I just want to clear this up too. That like on like the line as a whole, and I know I've said this before, but anyone that hasn't heard this, the idea is that like, you know, the brood, the drinker, you know, the vampire guy that Phil was holding up earlier, that's going to be on like the low end price wise. Like that's like the army builder. That's like the affordable, you know, Marvel Legends-esque pricing. We want to keep them low and affordable for everyone. And then there's going to be the deluxe figs that are going to have soft goods that are going to creep up towards that Mezco pricing. So you have characters like the Bloodslinger, characters like Dr. Crane, the Fly Guy. Those are going to have a lot more soft goods going on. They're going to have a lot more unique parts. So there'll be more deluxe figures. So that's the idea there, is that there will be a range of prices. So you can army build some characters, and the characters that you're didn't do as one-offs are the more deluxe items. Laser Pants is already asking about the werewolf. Bill, do you want to talk about the werewolf? Should I talk about the werewolf?
I mean, it's done. It's done. It's done. It needs like maybe 2 more parts of articulation. It's done. And then so is like the pig. Pig is done. There's a
Pig is built off of the werewolf body.
Yeah, it's the werewolf body. Which the werewolf body is interesting because you make some weird stuff. So we did a hyena, like a weird hyena warrior guy.
That's gonna look awesome.
Plans to do a couple
Krampus.
other. Yeah, the Krampus that's another one further along. We made up our own kind of Christmas monster for the skinny body.
Yeah.
And tentatively we're calling him the Krankle.
Nice.
And it's pretty gross.
It's awesome. It's good stuff. I can't wait. Like that one I'm super excited to show because you did some really cool stuff with masks.
Yeah, rubber mask. It's very simple. Well, that's the thing, is like that's one of the things that we're trying to get done is the human body, because there has to be hunters / just having a human body. So
we have a lot planned. And like the werewolf, everyone really wants to know, like, when's the werewolf coming? So this is very likely going to be a Kickstarter campaign. It's very likely going to be a Kickstarter campaign over the summer. We'll say summertime is our current plans. Like we'll knock on wood wherever it's around, but that's the idea. And because the main goal, the first that's done is the brood, the drinker, and we're going to build off of that. We have 14 characters. If the campaign does well enough, of course, we will make the werewolf, and the werewolf will be part of the first campaign. But the werewolf is a unique full figure of its own right, and it's not done yet. It will be done, but it's not done yet. So that's coming right behind it, guys. Like the werewolf is going to happen. We're all just as excited about the werewolf.
And if it does well enough, the werewolf will have a Build-A-Figure.
There you go.
That's what we're trying to do.
Oh, sick! I'm already all in.
I'm all in, Cursed Dead.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Adam, you got your crew of workers here too. So
yes.
And
Ernie have already pledged ourselves to to come after it's all said and done and help pack up boxes and orders and stuff. So
pizzas and beers.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just need margaritas.
That's even better.
Okay.
Margaritas and tacos.
There you go.
Although, have you ever had Petrilla's Pizza in San Gabriel Valley?
No. We're gonna have to try that out, huh?
Yeah.
That's when we do the tour of Phil's studio.
Okay.
We should record that.
Yeah, no, we could do a video of that if that's possible.
Road trip. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's not that far, man. Silver Lake's not that far.
We'll plan that out.
And I live like 10 minutes from Adam, so.
Yeah, we're close by.
Oh, we'll definitely plan that out as soon as we're done here then.
I like the idea of like, if we're going to do this and we're going to like record and everything, but there's like a ton of places we should take them, Phil. Cause there's like, there's the Red Lion. There's Burgers Never Say Die is like the best burger I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, oh my God. Cheney, it sounds like we're going to have to get a room.
It's going to make, like Phil's going to talk about how it makes
for real.
It makes him like you immediately have to go to the bathroom after eating it, but it's
Burgers
good.
Never Say Die.
Yeah.
Oh, the fries are the thing, man. It's like
it tastes like McDonald's.
It's basically this guy figured out how to make old school McDonald's and In-N-Out combined into one taste. So it's just all familiarity. It's amazing. It tastes amazing. It's next level.
I'll bring my Pepto. We'll be ready to go.
I keep talking about Burgers Never Say Die on like in the Quickie Minis and in the Discord because it's like easily the best thing in the universe.
Yeah, it's so good. There's a lot of great food in the area.
Aha, I did it, guys. I turned this into a Snack Migos episode.
It will happen.
Is that what you do? You turn it into a food show?
Just a foodie.
He always tries to.
No longer about toys. It's about food.
Yeah. We definitely go for it.
So, you don't let me go over my haul. This is what happens.
Yeah.
Talk.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like, a lot of people have been waiting to hear more about Cursed Dead and to see more of Cursed Dead stuff. So,
Yeah, it's been difficult with the pandemic to finish everything because of my new role as a father all the time. Because I couldn't find my wife and I couldn't get anyone to come around, and we were afraid, of course. So there was a lot of
and
dadding.
Like that's what everyone needs to know. And like I'm going to use this as an opportunity to talk about not just the Cursed Dead, but also Mortal Ruin, because I too am a father of a 7-year-old, and it's like good luck figuring out pandemic and any young child in school. So Phil has Frankie is 4, 5,
4.5,
4.5. And then Josh Falcon, who's our other partner in the Cursed Dead.
Whose house I'm at right now, because he's like the tech wizard.
His son was born during the pandemic, so he's only a couple months old. And then Mortal Ruin also is myself, Renee, and Beardy also had a baby during the pandemic. So we're all juggling jobs, kids, and these projects. So yes, there has been a lull in the news that we've been putting out on social media for both Mortal Ruin and Cursed Dead, but that doesn't mean we haven't been working on it. Like basically it is my fault because I told all the guys that I was like, we can't keep teasing this stuff so far out. We need to hold some of it back. So that way it's a surprise when, like we want you guys to be excited about this stuff when we do reveal it. So that's why Phil is showing off the prototypes now, because like they're gonna look different. Like by the time you guys see them in the campaign, these things are gonna be fully painted. We're gonna have my crappy white background photos, but then we're gonna also try to get some people to take some good photos of them. Yeah. Cheney, hi, how you doing? Take a drive.
I'll hold the light.
Yeah. All right.
I'll hold the lights up for him.
Bernie, your alter ego of Sergeant Bananas. You can take all the pictures you want.
Getting this done is the where we're at to like be truly done, like for the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is done. It's engineered. Tommy.
Which one was that, Phil?
That was Dr. Crane. That's the fly.
Can we see it one more time? Like done up like that.
The fly-esque guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me make it big screen real quick. And then we've been hovering around 100 people, so I'm gonna give something away tonight just to say thanks to everyone for
giveaway
coming and hanging out.
A cursed number, we promise. Even though it's Cursed Dead.
No, it won't be a cursed number.
So yeah, this is the guy. Once we got him all engineered up,
mm-hmm.
you know, this is the beginning of the end.
So this is the other thing that like this is great for me to talk about. Like Phil's holding up a prototype right there, guys. Prototypes are not meant to be played with, as you can see. Parts like it's all these parts are printed out, and it's like a rigid resin, so it's like a really hard plastic for the prototype,
especially when you have so many parts.
Yeah, and then the pins and everything are just drilled out, and then we use like metal pins or styrene rods to hold these things together. So it's like these aren't like the same as handling an actual toy. Handling a prototype is a totally different world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ronald Ramos hit us with a super chat. He said, "Needed to know if there's a slithering darkness."
That's, you know, like
Wave 4.
Bill, like Slithering Darkness is one of the usernames of one of the guys that is a Chatmigo. He's part of the Raw Live Unedited podcast. His name is Andre. Very cool dude. He is a big backer of other projects like Plunderlings and Mythic Legions, and he's really into the stuff. And the Spiro Animal Warriors of the Kingdom that just got funded. So he was talking during a show at one point with Jason from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and he was like, I want a Slithering Darkness like sword or something. And I was like, well, if Jason doesn't use that, we should use that, and it should be like a snake like sword, and I kind of want it to look like a forked tongue or something. So we might need to make more accessories. Sorry, more sculpting, just so you know.
Yeah, that's great.
Just volunteering it up.
We can give we could give that to one of the demons.
Oh yes,
we made, because like the demons like these guys, the real horned guys, these two. There's a couple more. I mean, again, you've seen them in pictures, but these guys we wanted to make them simple and like the lower tier, so they're just one head and there's not a lot of extra tooling. But I did design these massive weapons. So each guy has like a weapon that's about his size.
Nice.
So there you go. A Slithering Darkness weapon for him would be amazing.
We'll sit down and design it.
One other thing I forgot to mention is you worked on a lot of those Toy Biz Resident Evil figures too, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I did. Jeez, I did most of them.
Yeah, those were, man.
Those has a good monster pedigree.
Yeah. That was fun, man. That was a great time. It was me and Dave Quano. We did all of them. It was a crazy month. The first line of Resident Evil, we did all the heads. I did all the heads, and then we did the Licker, the Hunter, the zombie that came up.
I remember that one.
The head on the other zombie that blew apart. And then what else is in there? Oh, Tyrant. We did Tyrant.
Yeah.
And then the other line, you know, all the Tyrant variants I did, all the Mr. X, all those guys. The girl with the ponytail and the red did her. Don't do a lot of female figures. Yeah, Claire. I don't do a lot of female figures, so the ones I've done I remember, or sculpted, most of the stuff. And we did. I mean, my studio did all pretty close to all of it, but there was a few that we didn't do. We didn't do the plant and one of the zombies, and the bodies on a couple of the humans we didn't do, but we did the cop. The cop was cool. Good. The cop was cool because I think it was just like go for it, like make it whatever.
Nice.
And that one was I got to do the Cursed Dead treatment to that cop.
Yeah, me and my friend in high school, we were collecting those as they were coming out, and it was the same thing. It was like, oh man, did you get that? Yeah, oh, it's so cool. And then we'd see each other at school, and it's like,
yeah. Don't talk about toys.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so funny because like it's so weird how like it's so like I guess the word's acceptable now. I guess.
Yeah, it's great.
Whereas no, it's a good thing, but it's just so strange because like you know when I was in like junior high and high school and stuff, it was like you don't talk about that stuff, man. Like that was stuff that it was just like, yeah, no, I've got a bunch of toys at home. Yeah,
I had a couple of friends that were on the low with it.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
But
like he'd hit me up. He's like, dude, I got that hunter. Oh man. I'm like, oh no way.
I went to college. I went to art school, college, and I had toys on my like desk and everything in my dorm room. And I was a weirdo. Like people were like, you're an adult. Why do you have toys? It was just, that's a more modern thing that it's okay now.
Yeah, Craig Warwick, he said the maggots on the Resident Evil dogs were mind-blowing attention to detail.
Oh, yeah.
Craig Warwick is mind-blowing.
Yes, he is.
I did that dog, yeah. That one I did solo. I remember opening up like dog anatomy books and like going for it in that regard. But I had to make it blow apart, which is really difficult.
Yeah,
because you're sculpting something. So basically, I had to
Phil
sculpt.
Phil has a tendency to send some of the nastiest reference images, like during the making of First Ed stuff. Like I'll randomly open up an email or a text message from him and find the most horrifying picture imaginable, staring back
and then sculpt that. The one that was they gave me the opportunity to just design they're like, hey, we're gonna do a variant head for Baron Zemo. So I was like, okay, cool. Can I make him like scarred up and make him look like they did a bunch of skin grafts on him? And he goes, then Jesse, I think it was Falcon, was like, yeah, just go for it.
Did you do Jigsaw?
That thing. Oh my god, I don't know if I did. That might have been Cortez.
Because Jigsaw was really gross looking too.
Well, look at the old Baron Zemo without his head.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up so much plastic surgery on people that had their faces removed and pieces of their heads removed. Like I'm a big horror fan. I watch a lot of horror movies.
That was a variant, right?
Yeah,
too many. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It upsets. Horror movies are like my chill time where I'm like going to bed. I'll just watch some terrible horror movie. Yeah, and it's wake up the wife at like 4 a.m, just pure screaming, and
Ernie doesn't even need to watch horror movies because his house is haunted.
Yeah.
You got a ghost?
Yep, for sure, definitely. Yeah.
What kind of ghost?
A small child.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
It literally like there was an episode, Phil, that like it showed up, like something happened. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Really?
I've had figures missing that I like had on the bed, and then I came back and it was gone. Like I still can't find that figure, and I know it was there. And then during the show, it like hit something behind me, like you could hear it on the show, and it scared the crap out of me. And then
his phone, Ernie had like his hands like he was doing something, and his phone suddenly went off, and something fell, and it was like everyone was like, "What is that?" It was really weird.
And I've had the figures that I used to have here. Like I'm doing a lot of rearranging, so they're not all here. Like this used to be stacked and everything. And I would hear figures fall, and they'd be like way over here on the other side. So you had to physically it should have just fell.
Right.
And it didn't do that. It's over there. Yeah. Chairs moved. When you hear a chair being pulled out.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there eating and I turn and nobody's there, but the chair, got moved out. I also do a Star Wars show, and one night that was the freakiest one was you can hear a loud growl, and it was very loud as we were all sitting in my living room doing the show. And then not till like 10 seconds later did everybody acknowledge it because nobody knew what the heck happened.
Was a kid growling?
I don't know.
Was it the kid ghost, or does the kid ghost have a dog?
Right. Or it was playing around.
You dug up underneath your house?
Yeah. No, I have not. Nope. I don't want to look at that either.
Might be
there's something in the crawl space down there.
Yeah.
Wait, you're giving away a Lady J? I don't even have a Lady J yet.
Yeah, neither do I.
You kind of have a Lady J, Adam. Let's be honest.
That's
look at Adam.
That's for an unparalleled universe live stream.
Adam said, "Give it away."
That's not all age appropriate on here.
Right, you go ahead.
Huge shout out to Craig Warwick, because it's like an ungodly hour in the morning for him to be tuning in right now,
hanging out.
Yeah.
Craig?
Yeah, Craig Warwick. Yeah.
Oh, I love that guy's stuff.
Yeah,
man.
Craig. Like I totally think that the kid likes it here because all my toys were up. Like, I mean, my house looks like a KB Toy Store museum or something. I'm a mint and card box collector.
Right.
So the whole house, like you walk into the Star Wars room, come up the stairs, it's all Marvel Legends to the X-Men wall to everything
Ernie
like that.
Ernie is the weirdest. He like collects everything like carded, but it needs to be 6 inches and super articulated. But he keeps them in the box.
Yeah. Or forget it.
It makes no sense at all. Like it's like
I open stuff too.
You won't like my traditional line. It's not gonna work for you.
I open stuff too though. I do. So
all right.
So how are we gonna do this giveaway, Janie? What's the deal?
I'll ask a question and then have an answer in the chat. That seemed to work the last couple times, so
yeah, Adam, I'll send you a link.
So heck yeah. So we've gone through all of your, your 10 years at different companies and whatnot, and we've gone over Cursed Dead stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to bring up?
No, I mean, this is the most fun. I mean, I was going to take a year off to design toys and sculpt my own stuff and see if I could parlay it into a career. And the pandemic happened.
Oh.
So this is the year I'm going to do it.
There you
go. A year and a half. So yeah, I'll be making a bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff. I'm doing it with multiple projects with multiple friends, and hopefully it all works out. Some of it works out. And I'm going to, like do the Patreon thing. And I'm also doing have one written, a commercial. I don't know if you saw the
Rick and Morty,
the Rick and Morty thing I did, where it's basically, I just needed a, commercial I needed a break from art direction for a while, because there's a lot of art, you get a lot of art direction. Again, your job is to do what you're told to do. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to just do a licensed product that was like, I knew what it looked like, and I wanted to make it look like I thought it looked like in the pictures. So I made this Rick and Morty line. I shot a commercial for it. I wrote a commercial for it, built the set for it, did all the music and the voices I did the music with Josh, and did all the voices. And I'm going to do that again. I have another thing that I'm almost done. I'm just building the set, and I just need to paint the figures. So that's kind of a fun thing too. And that's in my YouTube thing. Ramirez Makes Toys.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone should watch that. It's really good stuff. And you do the voices too, right?
Yeah, I did everything, all the voices.
Wow, that's awesome.
Phil is a man of many talents.
Yeah, I love it.
Have you ever seen the Marvel pinball machine? Have you ever got a chance to play that? There's like a specific Marvel game.
Which one?
It's heavy duty. There's all a bunch of characters. When you unlock characters, they scream and yell, and there's a bunch going on.
Mm-hmm. A real pinball one?
Real pinball, yeah.
The one with the Silver Surfer in it?
I don't know if the Silver Surfer's in it. It's it's X-Men mostly, I think. It is an X-Men game.
Okay.
Now, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I did the voice of Juggernaut in that.
Nice.
Really?
For a friend of mine, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think Apocalypse.
Nice.
But don't know if it made it.
Heck
because I've never played the game.
You sound very Juggernauty and Apocalypse.
I get the low register stuff. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I just have to scream in a low register, which I've done a lot of.
Awesome.
So yeah, thank you for letting me plug all my stuff.
Oh yeah, no,
absolutely.
You'll get another chance here when we get ready to head out for sure. But
yeah, we've been collectors for such a long time as kids too, and everything. And this is the part that we like. Again, Adam, thank you so much. Mm-hmm. And this is great. I mean, you get to hear what we grew up with. I mean, I saw so many Toymigos saying that. Right. And then not only what we grew up with, but we continue collecting now with Cursed Dead, your lines coming out and everything. And it's so cool all the time when you hear a story like yours or others that we've had in the past that actually are us or get what we love and like to do. And it puts it more special. It just isn't a job. It just isn't. All this had a backstory. I mean, dude, you were a freaking kid starting this. Yeah. Like all stuff that we would have dreamed of doing to get into what we love. You know, not our usual, I'm out there digging holes every day. And, I would love to be in that spot instead of doing something like that. So it's so amazing to hear. With that being said, I got to know, out of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends stuff, do you have an absolute favorite? Like, that's your number one?
Absolute? No, man. Like, my favorite character is the Thing, and I've gotten to do quite a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I mean, no, man, I've done too many too. I can't even count how many just Marvel figures I've done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have a number. There's a lot. And then the Lord of the Rings stuff too is crazy fun too. And I did a lot of the Uruk-hai and the orcs and like so much of that stuff I got to do. The Gimlis. Yeah, man, there's too much. I was fortunate enough to do so much cool stuff.
Right.
That it's hard for me to pick any kind of.
Okay, so then I got to ask for my favorite that I heard you mention. What was the Boba Fett statue that you're talking about?
Okay,
you said there's a Disney Boba Fett statue, and I don't know anything about that.
Well, because it sold out immediately.
Okay.
It was a Disney store. They did like low run poly resin statue stuff, and I did a little bit of work. I worked on it with someone had someone help me out, but I set up Boba Fett and worked on Boba Fett. Another guy built the set. It was crazy. And it's him, and the whole background is the area where they put him in carbonite, put Han Solo in carbonite. It's gonna be hard for you to find, man.
Dude, I have no clue about that at all.
This is probably 5 years ago, maybe 4 years
really
ago. And they said it sold out immediately. And they did a really low run. And every time they did these statues, the guys I worked with told me that they sell out immediately. And I did a Boba Fett, and I did a
shut up, Kevin.
The girl from Star Wars, who's Kevin?
Toying around the Butterberry
in the chat, and he's
himself.
Talking about he's making fun of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
he says gotcha. Boba Fett don't matter.
You got those? Yeah, Adam, show those, man. But no, I did a few of those statues. They were fun, but they sold out immediately. I never got one. I never got one.
Just real quick, Phil. Did you hear my friend Phil, Kevin? He didn't know who you were. I'm just saying.
He doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. All in his super friends. It's funny that we're saying that because Kevin's going to be able to do the whole May the 4th episode with Toys R Us and Hasbro to show off upcoming new Star Wars stuff. So I'm very jealous of Kevin all the time because he just looks down at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Canada.
And that's fair.
Looking down on us from Canada.
Yeah. We went to a show one time and he just pelted butter at me the whole
Frozen butter sticks.
Yeah. It hurt. Adam covered me up though.
All right. Let's go ahead and give away this Lady J. The question that I'm going to ask, you guys need to know the answer. And after I type start in the chat, you guys type your answer. The question is going to be, what was the first place that Phil started sculpting at? Where in his, as he was talking in here, what was the first place that Phil started to work at or sculpting at?
What do you have in your hand, Adam?
And start.
It's a custom of a My Hero Academia thing.
Oh, nice.
Okay, what was the Cursed Dead stuff again?
Oh, these are the demons. They're posted on the Instagram. These are the guys that the last round of Paint Masters that I had here that I took pictures of and I posted.
Can we see it one more time?
These are 2-ups. This guy, this one was at Designer Con, so people had seen this one in person that were at Designer Con. And then this one was finished after Designer Con. Okay, so you can see, like the limbs and stuff come off. But.
The first one I see is Julie Beasy.
Dude, Julie Beasy is not allowed to win. That's Phil.
You can't
that's Phil's lady. That does not doesn't get to play.
Okay, all right. I'll go to the next one then.
Julie, you're disqualified. I can't. Why are you? You don't get to win an action figure.
Look at it, and now Phil's like, damn it, I had a Lady J. Adam's always making the rules.
So the next one with the correct answer, let's see, would be Scruffy Nerd, but he didn't put a space in between Varner and Studios. Does it still count to you guys? Would you say that counts?
Still counts.
Okay, still counts. So Scruffy Nerd, you are the winner of a Lady J.
Julie was going to win the giveaway.
Yeah, Julie really wanted the Lady J action figure.
So hit us up on the Instagram. Send me a message, and I'll get this sent out to you. I also want to give a huge shout out to Michael Wisman. He was able to locate this for me and picked it up. So thank you very, very much, Michael Wisman.
Hello.
All right. Let's see here. Did we want to try and run through our hauls real quick, or
end of show hauls? Okay, I'm down.
Did you want to do that?
I'm down.
Okay.
I could go for a whole 45 minutes.
Okay, you got 5, so.
Oh. Am I going first?
Give him 4.
Okay. I made a custom, guys, so I copied this off of I Have a Watu. I Have a Watu did it first, did it awesome. I just needed to do it also, so I used the McFarlane eraser head mixed with a Mezco. This is actually the Stealth Ops Gomez, but you could also use a Black Skulls or whatever. But it's awesome. I love it. It's on my one of my many Instagram accounts, Industrial Strength Customs. I got the Hasbro Marvel Legends MODOK. So Phil was kind enough to show off the prototype of the Toy Biz one. We at Gentle Giant were lucky enough to have developed the digital. We did the digital sculpting of the prototype for MODOK for Hasbro. I told Phil like he knows. Like I love Marvel Legends. I've loved the line forever. I respect everything he does. We of course had to build a figure at the studio, using it right there. Like, how can we make ours different? You know, like what can we do? So it's like all respect, love them both. But I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. Phil, I don't think I want to show this to you, but I don't know if you know, but like it actually you can pop it open in half, and then the face plates come out, and you can do alternate face plates. So he has different expressions and stuff.
How many does he have?
So it comes with 2 different face plates for like just that, and then different hands. But I could see third-party people going nuts with different face plates and stuff, which I think is cool. Obviously, I'm not condoning third-party stuff, but could be cool, and I might buy it if you do it. I just need to mention this because it's going to get me in trouble, and I'm going to mention it anyway. I got the McFarlane Batman Beyond, and I'm done. I don't know. I think I might I can't do it anymore. The thing, the lack of thigh swivels kills me, but then the fact that these wings are permanently on his, you can't remove the wings. And it's he rarely, the wings pop out. Never, whatever.
Anger.
I could talk about this for a long time. It makes me so mad. I'm so glad that I have the Mezco Batman Beyond to satiate my Batman Beyond needs. I did get the new, thank you, Jurassic Jesse. I'm going to show off some other stuff that I can thank you about in a second. But I got the new Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. He has double jointed elbows now, and he's all pinless. So he has pinless double jointed knees, pinless arms. Everyone's been saying that the paint is better on the head. I did not get the first one, but I am pretty happy with this. This is actually pretty good.
That's Mattel?
It's the Mattel Amber collection.
Okay.
I did also get the Marvel Select Captain America Falcon. So this is out now. It's shipping from Shop Disney, but this just hit. We did work on it. I grabbed this when I grabbed the Jurassic Park figure at Target because I couldn't find anything else that I was looking for. I ended up grabbing this Marvin the Martian. This is from the new Space Jam line, but it's a pretty cool little Marvin the Martian. It's kind of in scale with 6-inch figures. And, he has articulation at the head. the shoulders, and
I gotta find that
swivel. But it's a cute little Marvin the Martian.
I gotta find that. I love Marvin the Martian.
So yeah, check it out. It's in the new Space Jam figures.
Mm-hmm.
And then not last but not least, Bo-Katan. I got Bo-Katan, and she's awesome. Love it. And this is the big thank you to our own Jurassic Jesse. He did the Lord's work, and he got me the Turtles in Disguise set. So
Ooh.
I am forever grateful. Very, very happy. Thank you, Jurassic Jesse. You are the best.
Craig Warwick said Todd McFarlane confirmed his guest next week.
I guess Ernie's not the only one taking a sabbatical. I'm going to conveniently be sick that day.
Oh, darn, my tummy hurts.
I did actually get a bunch more stuff, guys, but I haven't even opened it. It's all in my depression pile. So that's it. We can move right along.
It's Cheney and the Todd father. And Dario keeps messaging, let me in.
Let me in.
Oh, God. Dario would be so great.
And Cheney's just like, oh, so, Todd, I have a few questions.
I used to work for Todd, and he'll get on the phone with you and talk a long time.
I could see that.
Yeah.
We did some sports prototypes and everything with him, and I got to meet him a couple times and sit down with him. He has Beardy, Phil, one of these days when we go out to lunch with Beardy, you have to have Beardy tell it, because you won't think I'm telling the truth, but if Beardy tells you, then you'll no. And Beardy was involved in it, but some of the stuff that he said about articulation was bonkers. Love it.
Well, I would talk to him. That was line 2 of Spawn. I did the Spawn. He looks like he's in a wrestling pose. He has those crazy wings. That's from series 2. And then the Redeemer and the Anti-Spawn, the angelic one.
Okay.
Yeah, the sword arm that lit up.
Hey, there's some guy named Vonner in the chat saying, yo.
Aw.
I love Dave Vonner, man.
That guy has Benjamin Button's disease. He's getting younger as he gets older.
Dude, he's he was posting Instagram stories,
reversing,
shredded, working out.
I have a big head. His chest each of his pecs is bigger than my giant head. The dude looks like a superhero.
He doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. He's chiseled like a god.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yes. We're gonna have him back on soon.
Oh, you've had him on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
A couple different times already.
I'm telling you, man, we've had some epic shows and just sat here in awe, like we were with you too. It was just wow, this is great.
A lot more entertaining than I am.
This is very cool, dude. When we make that road trip, Beardy's got to come with us too.
Oh, I'd love that. Beardy's always welcome.
Yes.
Beardy will have a road trip of himself to make, to get to us.
Oh yeah.
No, we can pick up Beardy on the way.
Yeah, we'll just pick him up on the way down.
Fair enough. There you go.
We drive right.
You hear that? You're being kidnapped.
Yeah, we'll drive right by him.
I don't think that would make Beardy at all neurotic and scared, giving up the mercy of his trip to anybody else.
Yeah.
I think he'd be.
He needs an immediate out just in case things get hairy.
I think he's rightfully concerned.
I'll sit in the back. He can ride shotgun, but we're still listening to Dre and Tupac all the way up.
Well, what if Beardy wants to listen to ZZ Top the whole time?
Beardy, I've taken many road trips with Beardy. He likes songs. He likes female bands with songs about horses.
Okay.
I swear, that's all true.
Okay. All right. Ernie, what did you get this week?
Okay, so I got in my Target exclusive Marvel's Katie from the Shang-Chi wave.
I got that too. I just didn't mention it in my giant haul
this morning. And Supreme Collector, I got the new Sub-Zero from Storm Collectibles.
Nice.
And hopefully he's seen my 25 messages of put me down for Zangief.
Yep.
Dude, I saw those. He ended up putting it up today, but you had already posted give me 5 of them or something.
Let me get Zangief.
Slow down.
Did he really put it up?
Yes.
Yeah, it's up.
Because I haven't seen the official post. So
there's an official post for
all right,
it now.
I need to put my name on the official post.
Yes.
So yes, I got in my Sub-Zero. So I can't wait for that. Darius's shots so far that I've seen are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot I had on pre-order another KO MP44, the Optimus Prime, the good version. But this is the Silver Legs version. And on the Silver Legs version, this is.
I'm going to explain, like, just for a second,
go.
Ernie. This is a knockoff of the MP44. This was a like almost $500 Optimus Prime.
Right.
And it's like no one wants to pay that. Like I buy Masterpiece and I was like, there's no way I'm paying for this, but it looks like an awesome figure. Ernie got the knockoffs.
So the white one came in first, and you had to do a lot of modifications that weren't done yet to it. Which is okay, and I handled it. But then now this is the version 3 version, and this has the silver legs, almost like the toy. And this came with the painted eyes, all the correct heads. The articulation is perfect now, no modding. You can bend up the legs, no problem. All
send me a link before other people go order that. Like I need to order before then.
And then, yes, this has the chip too. I just can't remember where I put my batteries for it. So
Ghost took them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh, and the orange on the arms, the blue eyes, everything's fixed on this one. So your only difference is the silver coloring like the toy, but it still has the same voice box in the back where instead of just having the kibble or empty fodder, you get all the sayings and everything.
Peter Cullen.
We got a very generous super chat from the Wrestling Hound.
Woo! Woo!
Said, "Hey Phil, did you sculpt the Toy Biz Better A Bill?"
No, I did not. We did. I forgot about wrestling figures. We did the WCW stuff. I had 2 years of that.
Oh man, he's gonna freak out. The Wrestling Hound is.
He's a huge wrestling fan.
There's a lot of that. My favorite was now I forget his name.
Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, Buff Bagwell. Yeah, I love that one.
Why do I know that?
Because because it was a good figure. It looked great.
But why do I like?
I don't know. The flame.
Why do I retain knowledge like that?
That's why you're good at what you do, man. I'm letting it all go. My brain is just eroding it at a rapid rate. Yeah, I used to know all this stuff back in the long
Bonner,
ago.
what the? Get out of here! I'm gonna Cheney.
Oh,
don't. Can you unaccept that, Vonner? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm giving you $25.
We got a very generous super chat from the one and only Dave Vonner. It says, "I heart Adam and Phil."
Yeah,
I miss you. I can't wait.
We get to do dinners before the pandemic. We would have dinners where we'd all kind of get together. They were great.
Like epic dinners. I should not have been invited to these things because
Phil,
Bonner,
Adam shouldn't be invited to these things because he'd always end up getting us. Everyone move away from us because he's so loud, saying outlandish stuff, and upsetting full tables of people. They would leave. It happened every time. Yeah,
guilty.
I don't know why, but I believe you.
Phil has done that too.
I've done it too.
Be honest.
Sure.
I mean, I've been there.
Yeah, I know. There's been a couple of good ones.
I can honestly say I've probably done that myself a couple times.
Yeah, those are fun, man. And I love Dave. Dave's the best.
Yeah. How come no one told me the chat isn't working on the screen?
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I wasn't even looking at that part. Sorry. Whoops.
It's all good.
Yeah, I didn't know unless it just happened.
No worries. I'll get it fixed right now. Don't even worry about it.
Did you get anything else, Ernie, or was that it?
No, that was it. That was my 3 things that I got in.
All right, Phil, it's your turn. Your haul.
I don't collect a lot of stuff. I'm very picky and choosy about what I like. It's very little. But I did get this from my buddy Mikey Bonanno.
Oh.
Gosh, that is beautiful.
That's the Mondo Masters of the Universe Keldor.
This all is Florian's artwork. You should follow him. He's amazing. such a great guy too.
You and Tommy worked on these, right?
Yeah. This one I did mostly everything. Tommy and I did rock, paper, scissors for the Keldor head or the Alcala head. So Tommy did the Alcala head, but all the rest of the stuff I did that.
Did he use that Alcala head to do his custom with the King Kong?
That's cool as hell, right?
No, I love that thing. That was a really cool custom. Yeah, everyone should follow Tommy too. I say follow Tommy, but Tommy never goes on Instagram.
He does sometimes. He'll get on a roll once in a while, but it's April. It's at April, May, June, July,
August.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's April, May, June, July, August. I'm pretty sure.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
And you know, old Modoc.
Yes.
And all the Cursed Dead stuff.
That's
what I brought to the table.
I too got the Katie figure, but I removed the skirt to.
You took Aquafina's dress off.
Yeah, but she's got cool pants and articulation on under, so it's all good.
Eddie Mosqueda Jr. sculpted that one, Phil.
Nice.
And then I wasn't gonna get this initially, but I saw it and I was like, dude.
Now those classic colors like that, I want that thing. Like mine are on the way from Dorkside.
The only thing is, like, I just really wish that the arc reactor was yellow in the middle. That's the only thing that I don't.
Very easy thing to paint, Cheney.
I know. That means I'm gonna have to send it to you then, Adam.
I still have to paint your Professor X.
It's very cool.
I also got the Modoc.
Which
it's really, really nice.
Did you find all these at Target?
Yes, all three of those I got at Target. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got in the SH Figure Arts Bardock finally. I don't know. I hadn't ordered it yet, so yeah. Man, this is a nice figure, man. It articulates really well. And then last but definitely not least, I've waited forever for this guy to come in. The okay, there we go. The Kid
Premium
Gohan.
Bandai.
Yeah, the P Bandai Kid Gohan.
I got my Premium Bandai Iron Man in as well. So it didn't all that stuff that was supposedly at the bottom of the ocean was not. So the Toymigos journey to the bottom of the sea was unsuccessful.
I wanted that movie to come out.
Yeah. There's some interesting articulation on this little guy. They did some cool stuff with them. Yeah, man, I like it. I'm really digging it. It was worth the wait. It took forever to get, but it was worth the wait. So, and I think that was it. I got some stuff on the way, but I'll talk about that. Not next week. There is no show next week.
There is a child birthday next Thursday, so there will be no Thursday night Toymigos next week.
Yeah, no show next Thursday, but we will be back the following Thursday for sure. So
by we, he means me and him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all find that you're hunting more or ordering more online for your figures?
Both.
Yeah, pretty much both. Like it depends. Right. Like obviously for like a lot of the import stuff that's online, and then sometimes it's easier to get the domestic stuff at stores, and then sometimes you can get it easier online.
My story, Cheney actually goes hunting like a good person, and Ernie does too. Actually, I don't mean to just say Cheney. No, like a good toy, like a toy bird. Like it's like you go when the store is open. I go to Target fairly regularly for essentials, like I hit up the Target in like Burbank or whatever. And then, but it's like, it's noon or 1 by the time I end up getting there. So I never end up finding anything I actually want, but then I find things like Marvin the Martian and I end up buying it anyway. And then I come home and I buy everything online. So it's awful. Like it's like a money pit.
I find most everything.
Yeah,
you're able to find most everything.
With the
online stuff is
internet strangers, internet friends, and pre-ordering stuff online.
Yeah, Phil, we got the Chatmigos. We got a great toy family because we got a Facebook page. Not only that, we got a Discord. that goes on for 24/7. And I mean, we even have a dedicated page to help everybody out if they need something, because scalping has gotten so bad. It really has.
It got so bad. It's always been terrible.
Oh no, it's gotten worse though.
It's like 110% worse from our days of scalping.
Yeah, like it's gotten worse.
Yeah,
like even more so worse over like since the pandemic started. Like
Phil, you know Frank and Sons, right? You've been to Frank and Sons? Yeah. So basically, Frank and Sons is kind of in between us and Cheney and Ernie. Mm-hmm. So it's like all the stores are screwed because of Frank and Sons.
Right.
And they're like there at Frank and Sons, it's like double the price. Some people do have it a little bit over. So you know that you get that, like they have it in front of you, but it gets very hard. I mean, to the fact we have an old episode you can go back to. Cheney and I almost got in a fight at Target over some Joe figures.
I did not almost get into a fight. I was standing watching. If you remember correctly, I was on the other side, ready for it.
You had my back if something went.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we have people.
Is it on film?
No. Thankfully, no.
It would have been so good.
Thankfully, no.
You're gonna throw World Star? Come on, World Star in a toy aisle? Come on.
I honestly wish I was filming that day because it went from 0 to insanity so fast. Like the doors open, everybody was cool at first. Like there was like what 15, about 15, 20 guys there for GI Joes. Everybody's walking, and the last guy that walked up to get in line decides he's going to run.
And cut everybody, too.
Yeah, and so everybody started running. And I've never seen such speed from a man before. Ernie was just like...
I was gone.
He was gone. It was amazing.
Yeah, so, I mean, it has gotten... a lot worse, unfortunately, but yes, we still go out and hunt a lot,
right?
Like all the time. And then you're online though. You're not just ordering from one place. You got multiple orders everywhere, and you're waiting for the first one to come in. Like
Nick Biggs just mentioned something that we have to mention though. Post Malone was at Frank and Sons yesterday.
Yeah, he was there yesterday.
Like there's like people have posted pictures, like they're all over Instagram, but Post Malone was walking around Frank and Sons.
Yeah, I think he collects anime stuff, if I'm pretty sure. And that then too, he
was Ultra.
Yeah, and he was signing people's pops there too. His pops that he has out. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's pretty cool. That's,
he's a cool dude.
Yeah, that's
I don't do a lot of ordering online, especially like pre-order stuff. And I waited a little bit long because I thought I'd be able to get the Watcher figure that they're reissuing that I did for
Diamond
Select. Yeah, and I can't find them now. So
all right, well we'll look for you. We'll get you.
Pretty sure you came to the right place.
Yeah, you came to the right place. We'll find you a Watcher.
I have the original one, and I have the first shot. But the reissue, they're actually I think they're gonna put my name on it this time.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
you definitely need that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll make sure we find you one.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to put a post in the Discord too.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, gentlemen.
Yeah. And then see, like that situation. So Big Bad is a big one to order from, and they knocked everybody's order to one apiece.
And then they started canceling a bunch of them.
Correct.
There was guys
so that's the reason why we go out and do putting multiple orders out, because you get the Target one, you get the Amazon cancellation letter, and you kind of have these backups, So it's kind of you got to put in some work to get your stuff now.
Yeah.
Craig Work said he orders 100% online. They have a great online figure shopping infrastructure here in the UK. Great online retailers. Major brick and mortar retailers are not interested in collector toys here.
That makes sense.
Craig, I'm going to have to send you a DM. You're going to have to hop on here with us pretty soon, man.
Yes.
I've interacted with them online. He's super funny, and he's really good.
Craig, when he goes live, he makes me laugh so hard, man. I can't, oh my gosh, he's so funny.
So everybody says that he was there getting the Pokemon cards too.
Yeah, I thought I saw a video of Post Malone flipping through Pokemon cards. Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, there's like, God, like there's like just rows and rows of people doing Pokemon cards. Like,
well, every Friday, like, because I usually do my essential shopping at Target on Fridays, and every Friday when I go there, like, I'll walk by and there's like a line of guys, or like there'll be like a group of them, and they're just like throwing the hardest, meanest looks at me, like, no, don't come over here. All these Pokemon cards are ours. I'm just like, okay.
Yep.
What are they? They're buying packs of cards.
Oh yeah, it re-went huge within the last couple months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, it's been popular, but as far as hitting a mainstream,
why do they have to wait online at Target before it opens? You can't order that stuff online too? Because it's like you don't see what it is, right? Because it's a pack that you open.
I think it's like a vendor thing, like, you know how like for NECA, like you can order online, but then like to get, I guess, more or whatnot, you have to wait for the NECA vendor to go drop it off or whatnot. It's the same thing. Like they have to wait around till the lady comes, and it's funny. I was talking.
I like how like judgy I'm being as I'm sitting in front of a bunch of toys. Like this bunch of weirdos.
Just buying Pokemon cards?
Yeah,
it's right. Wild, man. It's wild.
Here I am with my action figures.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the cashiers about it last week. I was like, so what's up? Do they like line up every day? And she's like, no, only when the lady comes. Like,
yeah.
She's like, they start out there. They've been starting out there like 4:30 in the morning until we open, and then they wait till the lady comes. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's so horrible.
Pokemon are big, man.
Yeah.
I work for Jazzwares. I do some Pokemon stuff for them. And they're crazy. Do really well.
You were doing some of the figures?
Yeah, I've done some figures. I did Tommy and I did a Mewtwo statue that they put out, like a big one. And then just figures here and there. Back in the day, Jax, we did a bunch of that stuff.
So do you prefer figures or like statues to sculpt?
I mean, statues are easier.
Right, because it's a fixed pose, right?
But I don't know. I like action figures. I kind of like, I do like the old school stuff where there wasn't a lot of articulation, but you still had kind of a form and a kind of a movement to it. And it wasn't, you couldn't put it in a million poses, but it looked cool. And it was fun to kind of mess around with. My kid, this is kind of what made me want to do the traditional lines. My kid, she has access to every toy that I've done. She plays with them. She messes around with them. The one that she loves, and to this day she has it and messes around with it, is Earthworm Jim.
Oh, really?
The head pops off. She's just like, and it's because it's durable. I mean, she's she's a little strong like me, and everything I touch, explodes. Like I won't open that Keldor because I will break it.
Oh,
the only toys that I can handle and not destroy have been old school toys with minimal articulation, Hasbro's Marvel Legends, and Mezco stuff.
And guys, I want to throw this out there while Phil's mentioning this, that this is like one of the things that he's said from the onset of like us working on the Cursed Dead, is it like, and like he's notorious for this. Every toy that he touches, he manages to break it. So he's like, we have to make sure that does not happen with the Cursed Dead. So it's going to be like,
so he's going to be your QC.
I'm going to be the QC. So
basically, before anyone ever gets them, you're going to have this monstrous man just manhandling everything.
You're going to have our QC is going to be a bald gorilla.
Oh my gosh!
So, and that's my whole point. I don't want them to be flimsy and fall apart, and
Well, after you're done with them, we need to make sure that Cheney gets them too, because he likes to break a lot of my stuff.
This is true. I can't deny it. I mean, I don't like it. It just happens, unfortunately. Right. Have you messed with any of the Plunderlings?
No, I have not. I heard that guy on there yesterday. I watched yesterday's show.
Yeah, those figures are super high quality and they're super durable, man. Like they're I would recommend them for sure.
Kid is people don't like to tell other people about what factories they use. It's kind of a find it kind of deal. So
yeah, it's kind of like knowing, like it's kind of like your tax guy. It's like people don't like sharing their tax guy.
I shared my tax guy with Adam.
True.
I don't care.
It's like having a recipe, and like, you have your few secret ingredients in there. You don't share them all usually. It's
like a weenie with tortilla, but I let the world enjoy it.
We got a very generous super chat from Nick's Figs. He says the scalping is horrible. I was collecting Pokemon cards for the 20th anniversary, and it wasn't as bad. For the 25th, I can't go near, or I'll get jumped.
Jumped for cards. Is this
Cheney ain't lying?
Is this how we're thugging out, kids?
Yeah, for reals. They'll throw you looks like hard.
Oh, big time.
Who are you?
Yeah, like, looks. That's nothing.
That's
tussle,
true.
Yeah. Like I'm talking, looks is one thing, but actually tussling.
Phil says I might have to get into Pokemon cards. I need a morning workout.
Yeah, Phil, I like that you're like. I can't believe that they would fight over Pokemon cards, and it's like I'm pretty sure you've gotten into some questionable fights over a lot less than cards.
Yeah. Those are different times.
That's
we're not allowed to talk about.
That's a story for another time.
Yes,
not tonight, because we're about out of time tonight.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, Phil, where can we keep up with you?
On Instagram, it's at Ramirez Phil. And on YouTube, it's Ramirez Makes Toys. And I'll start putting a lot more content into YouTube stuff. And then if all goes well, I'm talking with buddy Jesse DeStasio about helping me figure out a Patreon pathway to like start making stuff. And
Jesse DeStasio of Toy Pizza fame.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Friend from the long ago.
All right.
And whose house are you at again?
I'm at Josh's house. This is the other part of the cursed dead.
There you go. Right. So
Jesse Falcon's little brother, Josh Falcon, and Josh is currently nursing his child.
Yeah. So thank you for
the way that works
for the hookup.
It's like that I'm in a synth band.
Right.
It does. Yes.
Old school German synth band.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of aren't you and Josh kind of in a synth band together? Sort of, I mean, a little bit.
We make some music.
Nice.
I love it.
All right. Well, Ernie, since this is going to be your last hurrah for a little while, is there anything you want to say before we head out, sir?
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. All the love that was sent through the last of the Quickie Minis and tonight, and the messages that I got, I greatly appreciate it. Remember, guys, just keep up the toy fam and the love while I'm gone, please. Still keep showing up for. Just because I'm gone, don't mean that Josh and Adam and Dario and Johnny occasionally and the guests won't
Josh?
Be here.
I don't know who he is.
Sorry, Cheney. Jesus, God. You know what? I hope you get 200 names that you have to go through, Adam. There you go. Yeah. So thank you guys. I will be back in a couple months. Hit up the Discord if you really need something. I'll try my best to try and check in there and do that. But, I just got to get through some stuff right now and then be back. But the moderators, thank you guys very much for always holding it down. Keep up all the good work.
We're going to talk crap and say you just wanted the summer off.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Whatever you have to do. I have to work on my tan and get my beach body ready.
Yeah.
Send pics.
Yeah. That will be my OnlyFans. So that's where you'll find me. So I greatly appreciate it, guys. I got one last event to do, and that is May the 4th. We will be at the social with the Sarlacc Digest doing Star Wars trivia. So that's my last outing, my last big event that I will be there for. So if you're up here, come check it out. It will be a lot of fun. It's also Evil Diva and I's anniversary. I love you, babe. And I'll be back, and I'll try and keep in touch as much as I can.
Okay. Don't be a stranger to that Discord.
Yeah.
Jesse Lewis sent a very generous super chat. He says, I love Ernie.
Oh, I love you too, Jurassic Jesse. I love all you guys. Please, make sure you guys keep following each other. Astonishing News and Reviews, Tree Beard, and of course Kev. You know, we joke a lot, but man, I love Kev. Kev, you've definitely got to catch up on this episode. Phil did. I saw him mention on there about the faces. Phil went through the faces of who was used on who and what figure. I know you're going to love that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to see, you know, I'm always so proud of the stuff that Kev has hit this year, because Kev is a good close friend and a Star Wars nerd like me. So be able to do May the 4th with Hasbro and Toys R Us and do some reveals, that's going to be awesome.
Kev is probably going to ask Phil to be on his show next week. Who are we kidding? Come on.
Yeah. But Phil's got to deny it.
Love you, Kev.
Yes, we love Kevin.
So to all you guys who I just said and everything, join us. And we definitely, Phil, got to do this road trip and go
you guys are
check you out. Beardy, I promise we'll keep you safe.
I promise Beardy is still in chat. I love you,
I know.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And please be here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. And for Star Wars Talk, be at the Sarlacc Digest at 8 p.m. And that's all I can ask from you guys. And keep up with the RLU. You guys are all fam. And I'll check in on my Discord page when I can. And Phil, man, I hope we get to have you back, because it was great. Yeah. I hope you got the jitters out, and like, this is it, man. We just sit here in awe of you, and I do. I want you to come back, and I want to hear more stories, you know, when you're ready. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be doing a lot of launching for the Cursed, so you'll and my future lines as well. So absolutely. I appreciate
you always
you always have 2 hours here to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I appreciate.
I don't care what Adam says. You do.
No one does.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the way, Adam, I made it through without cursing. So
what
you did?
Yep. They made a bet in the beginning, and now Adam has to pay him $500. That's what the bet was for.
Probably at least dinner. And it's like, that's only because like Phil and I, when we hang out, literally it's only curse words. We don't speak any other words except naughty words.
Yes. I've had to learn to curb it with the kiddo.
So. They're real good about that. Like they really kind of like help you channel that sometimes. And then other times it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right.
Yeah. All right. Adam, where can we keep up with you, sir?
I'm playing with myself everywhere. You guys know that, but definitely follow the Cursed Dead. Phil posted some crazy picture today. We reposted that. Obviously, we'll be posting this episode on there tomorrow, and more updates coming. And speaking of projects, Mortal Ruin, Beardy's in chat. Trust me, every day Cheney is talking to Beardy about trying to line up the Mortal Ruin special. It might not be a Thursday night show. It might be a different day. We don't know. We're figuring it out.
I want a special. Yeah, I want a special where it's just, we just sit down, a night with Beardy. So
a night with Beardy.
Yes,
that now has to be the name of the. Special.
That has to be it. Yeah,
a night with Beardy.
Yes. All right. We got one more super chat here from Bootleg Joe.
Oh, you didn't give away Lady J, did you? Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm hallucinating.
Yeah. Remember you called it out and you said Phil was cheating, and then he got mad at you?
Yeah, because Julie tried to win it.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got it. It's okay. It happened. I have Alzheimer's.
Bootleg Joe said, "Cheers to the fallen Fed."
Oh, what up, Joe?
What up,
How
Joey?
are you?
All right. Ernie, you want to take us on home, Captain?
Again, thank you everybody for being here tonight. We will see you not next Thursday, the Thursday after. So right now, if you're just joining us, as you can see, this is what we're always about, getting into history, talking toys, going over a lot of stuff, which is amazing. Thank you to everybody who showed up tonight. We had Craig Warwick was here, Vonner, Beardy. There was just a lot of amazing people in the chat tonight. Showing their love and hopping in to hear these incredible stories. So now's your perfect chance to go back and listen to all of our old episodes, which are up everywhere on your favorite listening platform, the YouTube stuff, all the Quickie Mini stuff, and then just check it out. And all we can say is, share it with your friends. You can check us out on all social media outlets. Don't forget about the Facebook page, and more importantly, the Discord, where Adam, Josh, Chamba, they live there. I got my own page. Cheney. God. Look at it. Okay, so that's just how it goes, all right? That's how I grew up. It was Josh and Michael, okay?
I'll always be that little fat kid that you sold Star Wars figures to out of your trunk.
Out of the trunk of my car. So talk about that, Phil, having to hide it and everything. I used to sling toys to Cheney from the trunk of my car. Like, that ain't no lie.
How old were you?
Oh, man, I was a teenager. I was, what, like 17?
Yeah, it was definitely a questionable age gap.
How old was Cheney?
Yeah.
Let's see. I was
Cheney
either eighth grade or ninth grade.
You were in 8th grade and you were 17? Suspect.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm the same age as his brother. I've known.
Right, so 5. So yeah, they were junior high, showing up to movies and everything, and then so he grew up with my little brother, but I've always been collecting and buying casing at Walmart when you could do that. Yeah. And then he knew that, and so I would always hook them up. So.
Damn it! Let me say my joke already. Show Phil on the action figure where Ernie touched you.
He touched me right here.
And again, I'll be gone for a couple months. I'll be having my orange on.
All right. Well, with that being said, I'm Cheney 180.
I'm the Fallen Fett. I'm going to miss you guys.
I'm playing with myself. Go ahead, Phil. You get to say your name now.
And I'm Phil Ramirez, or Ramirez, if you say it right.
Ramirez.
And remember, guys, they're not dolls.
Plus Ultra.
It's Chicky Nuggy time.